Hey guys, this is Deanne with Hope Point Myo. I have been doing a series on my daughter's migraines, and I just wanted to give another update. We went and saw an ENT on Monday in the Kansas City area. She had seen one locally, and he said she didn't have any issues and no deviated septum. He had just noted that she had a Friedman 4 tongue, but I had her try nasal strips at night to see if opening up the nasal cavity would make a difference in how she felt. And she said it made a huge difference, and she wished she could wear it all day and all night. And my goal in doing that was, I had seen that she had a deviated septum on her MRI. It was noted in a radiograph report as well as a CBCT. So even though we had been told by an ENT who did not do a visual inspection as far as the camera up the nose, he just looked at it and said she didn't have one. She does have one, and I wanted to know if it was enough of one that would cause problems with her airway, because some of her symptoms are when she would exercise, she would get migraines, and just in general migraines, there seemed to be like breathing, struggling while she was exercising. Like it was as if she was out of shape, when I knew she wasn't out of shape because she works out a lot and enjoys it. So I thought, if I do the nasal strips and that will let me know if she gets great relief, then maybe it's worth something getting checked into. And so one thing to note from that is, if the ENT does not do an actual stick the camera up in the nose, just ask them to do it, or just make sure you go to a very reputable doctor. And it may be that you don't always get accurate information. I've known of another patient who has gone to a doctor. The doctor said everything was fine, it's just your diet or your posture, and come to find out she had a double deviated septum and had major infection going on and things. And had she not pursued another second opinion, she would have never gotten help. And now from that, she had amazing surgery, amazing experience, and she said her headaches are gone now. So that's what also kind of pressed me on to go ahead and pursue an ENT. So we went and had this done. He stuck the camera up her nose and could see on the MRI, but he said she had 80% blockage on her left side, and part of it was like actually touching. And then the other side, she had some blockage. And so he said it would be enough that she would benefit from surgery. He said, I can't guarantee it's going to take away your headaches, which honestly, I wasn't expecting that to happen per se just with that surgery, but just to open up her airway, because the goal is to get mouth breathing or nose breathing, mouth sealed, and getting good airway. And she's not getting quality, good amount of air, which she has wondered for a while if that wasn't the case. So we'll pursue the surgery, and then that'll help just with the progression of getting her to where she needs to be. I have learned that it's kind of like the cycle of pain. I feel like it's kind of like a carousel. And this leads to this, leads to this, which then leads to this and leads to this, and then it just keeps going. It's like a spiral. And on the carousel, it's like you can't, like, do I start here, do I start here, do I start here, and it can be overwhelming. And I've learned you've just got to jump on somewhere and start, okay, we're going to knock this one out, now we're going to knock this one out. And so right now we're pursuing the ENT to get her septoplasty and turbinate reduction. And then we are she's scheduled to get her tongue tie release on November 24th. So I'm just clicking, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And hopefully with all that, we'll remove enough of those obstacles that the pain will eventually, dissipate. I have learned too, like with pain, it's a cycle, and sometimes it can be, this can lead to this, and maybe that doesn't cause pain, but when you get that final thing in there, then it just kind of sets it off and fires, and then it's like short circuit wiring and everything goes crazy. And that's what can go on with our nerves and pain. And it's a matter of somehow stopping it, or just removing one thing to another until it can get calm. So you can stay up on that. I will be posting more on that, specifically on pain and things I've been learning on that. And we'll also keep you posted on Kaitlyn's progress and how things go. Thanks.